Continuing with this week's theme of the mini targeted workouts, today we're going to work on those abs. This is a short workout, only 5 minutes. You're going to set the interval timer to 5 rounds of 50 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. I said 5 quick exercises, no excuses. Everybody has 5 minutes to get this done. The exercises we're going to do today are going to really target those abs. We're going to get the rectus abdominis muscles. Those are the muscles here in the front. That's your six-pack. We're also going to do some exercises that target the obliques. Those are the muscles here on the outside of your abs. Getting those nice and firm will give you that teeny tiny sculpted little waist. And then also too, we have a few exercises that are going to hit the lower abs. For those of you that have had babies, you know that that area tends to be a little bit of a trouble spot. You get that little pooch underneath the belly button. So we've got a couple exercises that are going to really target those lower abs and help get that firmed up so you can get that nice flat tummy. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to run through these exercises for you. I'm going to show you some variations. If you don't have the equipment that I'm using, or if you need to start off with something a little bit easier and work your way up to the more advanced versions. So here are the exercises. The first exercise we're going to do is going to be a straight leg toe touch and then into a V crunch. So for this exercise, start off on your mat, and you're going to want a mat for this because it's going to be a little bit rough on the back if you don't. Legs are going to be straight up in the air. You want hips at a 90-degree angle. Feet should be pretty much perpendicular. Feet should be going up towards the ceiling, pretty much perpendicular here to the floor. So we're going to go up. We're going to do toe touch, straight leg toe touch. Let's go up, touch your toes, come back down. We're going to split the legs out into a V and go through. So full speed, it's going to look something like this. If that's a little bit too difficult for you, you can always put the hands behind the head. Make sure though that you're not pulling up on the back of your head, just lightly touching kind of back here at the base of your neck, base of your skull. You don't want to be wrenching that neck forward. There should be no tension in that neck whatsoever. A little bit easier, and you're just going to come up and then spread them out and up. Basically just doing a crunch, changing the position of the legs. If that's still too difficult, you can put the arms across your chest, come up and touch your knees. Now, come through. And if that's still too difficult, you can always bring the knees down to bent, knees at 90, hips at 90. And once again, just come up and spread out. A little bit easier variation there. The second exercise that we're going to do is going to be a plank into a side plank into a side crunch. So, I know it sounds a little complicated, really not that hard. We're going to start off in the high plank position. For the high plank position, once again, make sure that those hands are going to be right underneath the shoulders, nice straight line here. Your back is going to be nice and straight. Butt shouldn't be up in the air, also shouldn't be sagging down. You want to keep nice neutral spine. So, get up into our plank position. From here, we're going to go up onto one arm into our side plank. As you're going up, put your hand behind your head, and then we're going to do knee to elbow. Then we're going to switch over to the other side. So it'll look something like this. When you're in the side plank, once again, that arm should be nice and straight here, nice straight abs. Really contracting those obliques. Great oblique exercise here. If that's a little too difficult, you can always go down into the low plank. Same thing. Just going to switch off and go like that. This one also really works on balance, as you can see. Trying to keep as balanced as you possibly can. That's still a little bit too hard going up into that crunch position while you're in the side plank. You can always just do a hip drop. So getting up into that side plank, dropping down. And that's what that would look like. The next exercise we're going to do is going to be a V-sit with leg scissors. This one's really going to target those lower abs. So if you've ever done Pilates, you're probably familiar with the V-sit. I love the V-sit exercise because, once again, it really targets the lower abs, the rectus abdominis muscles, really gets kind of the whole ab region. Plus, it's just killer on those abs if you've ever done it. So we're gonna get up into our V sit. If you're a little bit more advanced, go into your straight leg, and then we're just gonna do scissor kicks. So raising your legs up and down. Once again, really contracting right there. If that's a little bit too complicated, you can go into knees bent to make it a little bit easier. With that, we're just going to kind of do more of a bicycle motion. If that's a little bit too complicated, you can always drop down in between. So bring the leg down and up if you need to do that. Other option too with that would be to lay on your back and just do regular scissors up and down. Obviously, the bigger the scissor, the harder the exercise is going to be. If this is all you can do right now, that is fine, but try and go all the way down to the ground. The further you go down towards the ground, harder it's going to be on those abs. Make sure when you're doing this, you're not rounding out the back. You shouldn't be able to stick your fist here underneath your lower back. If you feel like you're straining that lower back, you're going down too far. So make sure you're going down, doing this in a comfortable range of motion. The next exercise we're going to do is going to be the med ball twist. So for this, you're going to want to get a med ball or some weights. So for this, you're going to sit here, sitting on your butt. All of your weight is balanced. Once again, great for the abs. Really, really, really using those stability muscles. So bring your feet up, knees are bent. You need to drop down a little further, you can. And you're just going to twist side to side, touching the med ball down. All the motion is going to come here at the waist. It's going to be a twisting motion. Making sure you're not going up and down as you're doing it. Like I said, it should be pretty stationary. All of it's going to be twisting. Be really targeting those obliques. That's too difficult. You can always go without the weight, decrease the weight, working your way up as you get stronger to go a little bit heavier with the med ball. You can also do this with dumbbells if you don't have a med ball. Once again, pretty easy, same thing. Just twisting side to side, keeping those weights tucked in. Modification is going to be, if you need to drop down, you can. Just make sure when you're doing the twisting motion that those feet are up. So, you need to drop down, do a tap as you go from side to side. You can do that as well. Last exercise we're going to do is going to be plank leg lifts. So, for this, you're going to get up into your plank position. And we're going to go straight up as you're in plank position, making sure you're keeping that good plank position. So, legs up. With this one, the tendency is going to want to be to put that butt in the air, making sure you're keeping it nice and down. You should really be feeling that right here in that rectus abdominis area. Those muscles kind of right here in the front of your stomach. Modification for that is going to be to go down into the low plank and just do leg lifts from here. And if that's too hard still, you can go down onto your knees and do some donkey kicks. Once again, really, really, really want to make sure that you're hitting those muscles kind of right in here. You should be feeling it in your core when you're done. Those abs will probably be a little bit sore tomorrow, so make sure that nobody tells me good jokes or anything like that because it's going to hurt to laugh. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this workout. We'll have some more coming. There will be more targeted workouts this week. You can kind of mix and match, throw together, or just tack on to the end of your workouts to get a little bit extra push. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you again later.